Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 3 of the 4-star buff booster raid tournament with no yellows. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary. If you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. So right now we are 9-1 on the week, and our defense was doing pretty good last I saw. Actually, it looks like it got a little worse. We were at a B rating yesterday, and now we're at a C rating, so we got quite a few losses in a row, it looks like. So looks like we might need our offense to carry us to a top 1% performance again. And something different that I am doing with these daily raid tournament videos is I am going to feature a specific hero each day, and it's going to be somebody different each day. Today, I am going to feature Glass Caedmon. Yesterday, it was Asmia, so I'm going to use Glass Caedmon in every single one of my 5 raid flags today, no matter who we go up against. I really like Glass Caedmon because he's a strong sniper, but also because he is a dispeller, and then obviously the glass version makes it so that his attacking special bypasses defensive buffs. So he is a fast mana speed attacker who deals 360% damage to the target. The attack bypasses defensive buffs. All enemies get minus 34% attack for 3 turns, and then dispels a buff from all enemies as well. He's got a good attack stat at 1051 when he's double limit broken. I do not have masterclass emblems on him, and then he has 1012 shield and 1923 health. And first up today, we are going to be going up against a Toon Cyprian tank team, so he will help with the dispel on everybody pretty much except for Toon Cyprian and Toon Regard, since the Toons have a 70% chance to resist the buff dispels, but the glass costumes do not have a chance to resist the buff dispel, so obviously it'll get removed from Glass Grim next to him. All right, so let's change up this team a little bit. I'm going to get another glass costume in here with Glass Grim, and then I think that might be the only attacking glass costume that I have other than Caedmon, because I do have Li Zu, but obviously we can't use yellows this week. And I'm going to take out the other Colon as well, and maybe bring in another green. Don't want to bring in another purple since they have a purple tank. And Greg would make it so that the bleed damage could get reflected back to me, which I don't want to happen since they have so many glass costumes. I could put in Myrtle. I could put in another healer with Melindor, or actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put in Gormak. I do have his glass costume that I actually just pulled today in the costume portal, but I haven't leveled it up yet. So we are going to need to eventually level that up, but I'll put in the Toon version of Gormak for now. All right, so let's go into battle with this team here, although, actually, I'm sorry. Let me take out Asmia since they have so many glass costumes that are going to bypass that anyway. So I'll bring in Toon Melindor as my other healer. All right, let's go into battle with this team here. All right, we do have a purple diamond to start. Obviously, I don't have any purples, but that will help me do some tile dumping, so I am going to start off with that, I think. Yes. Now let's match these 4 blues. Just going to set up a 4 match of greens, which I am going to match right now. And Cyprian's going to go off pretty much with almost anything that I do. So I'm going to match the 3 greens with the dragon on the left. And that's going to hit that purple diamond, which is going to set off quite a bit of a cascade. Nice. And Cyprian is dead from that cascade, and so is Regard. Awesome. All right, let's first heal with Melindor and get the defense up, although I probably shouldn't have done that since Caedmon's about to go off. Actually, let's attack Caedmon with at least my Caedmon first, and then let's use Grim on him, and then I think these 3 greens might be able to kill him. And they were awesome. Okay. Now, we're pretty much just going to ghost tiles as much as possible. And we are 1 for 1 to start off day 3. All right, next up, we are going to be going up against a glass Cyprian tank team. This is pretty much an all-glass team. They've also got Skittle, Skull, Bull Tusk, and Grim, and then they've got the regular version of Kirill. So I am probably going to keep the same team here. Yeah. Let's keep the same team here. And go into battle. The only real buffs that I have are going to be from Bull Tusk and from Melindor. Alright, let's start off with the 5 reds, or 4 reds up the middle, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Now I am going to match the 3 blues in the top left, which is going to set off a cascade of the greens and then some purples underneath that. I'm hoping we get a blue on the bottom left somewhere. And we got a bunch of blues. All right, I will certainly take that. Looks like my tile predicting skills are on point this morning. Let's use Glass Grim on the 3 in the middle here. And I'm thinking about either hitting the red dragon or the purple diamond. I think I'm going to hit the purple diamond. Do some tile dumping. Cyprian's going to be going off anyway. Unless if I have a cascade like the last match. And we got nothing. Alright, I'm going to move the 1 red tile over. And match the 3 with the red dragon. That'll set off a cascade with the greens right next to it. And blues underneath. I thought Cyprian might die. Unfortunately not. We can probably kill him with these 3 red tiles, which is also going to give me Bull Tusk to heal, which I desperately need because Grim's about to die. Alright. Let's heal with Bull Tusk first. Now, got an interesting decision to make because Gormek is not going to be able to bypass the defensive buffs. I really need to level up that glass costume. I am definitely going to try to do that before tomorrow. Alright, I am going to use Gormek on the right side over here. I really need my green heroes to get their special so that I can get rid of the counterattack. Actually, if I hit this purple diamond, that's going to move up the 1 green tile so that I can match them next turn. And let's do that up against Grim. And Grim is dead. Awesome. My K-Bon's going to die now, isn't he? Oh boy. That wasn't good. Let's move this 1 yellow tile down. I might be able to heal with Melindor. I am, but Bull Tusk is also dead. That's not good. Alright, way out. Let's hit this blue diamond. I'm going to need some crazy luck in order to win this battle. Hitting the green diamond does me no good at this point right now, since I don't have enough tiles to get Melindor special back. Although, now I do. Nope, I need 1 more, actually. I'm going to match the purples and blues over on the very right, hoping I get 1 green, because that is going to set off a cascade with the blues and then the reds afterwards. Alright, we did get it. Awesome. Nice cascading. Maybe we can kill somebody. And we did kill Boltusk. Awesome. Please stay alive, Bellendorf, with this hit. Thank you. Let's heal. And match this blue diamond. Gonna match these 3 greens in the bottom left. That's gonna allow me to heal again. Let's heal and hit this blue diamond. And now let's hit that purple diamond and hope that the green tiles kill Skittle Skull. Not quite. I am gonna match the green tiles up against Skittle Skull and see if that kills him. Not quite, although these red tiles definitely will be able to. Awesome. I need to now kill Kirill. I'm going to match these purple tiles. Four minutes left on the timer. We've got time, but I need tiles. This is going to work out. All right, let's use Melindor to heal, and then I'm going to match these 4 blues up top so that I can match the greens next turn. Just kidding. We had that cascade happen, which wasn't the worst thing in the world. I'm going to match these 3 yellows vertically up the very middle so I can match some purples next turn. I'm trying to match 2 greens over on that right side, and I think this is going to be able to make it so that I can do that. This should kill Kirill. If we somehow win this battle when I only had 1 hero without an attacking special against 3 healers, or 2 healers and an attacker, that was crazy. I will certainly take that win. We are 2-0 right now. Next up, we are going to be going up against a Toon Regard tank team. So I do not need my glass heroes. So I am going to take out Glass Grim probably. And also going to bring in Asmia, since the counterattack will work, and that gives me an extra buff. I'm also going to put in Glass Kademon next to Asmia so that he gets an extra buff with his attack. And then I am going to bring in maybe just the Toon version of Grim. What else did they have? They don't have any reds for him to do extra damage against. I could use an extra red if I've got somebody. I don't think I have anybody besides Colin. Actually, I've got Manpip. Or I could use Myrtle. I think I'm going to use Myrtle. Yeah. Alright. Let's go into battle with this team here. Alright, first up, I'm going to match the 3 purples in the left middle-ish area vertically. That's going to set off a cascade of yellows. And reds underneath. Very nice. And some more stuff. Awesome. Now, I am going to match the 3 yellows with the dragon. No cascade, but we do have a blue diamond that we can set up right now. Nice cascading. Still going. All right. Let's use Boltusk and Asmia first, and then I think Gormek can probably kill Regard. If not, the red tiles or green tiles will. Awesome. Now, Let's match the 3 green tiles on the bottom. Yeah, let's do that first, and then I'll match the reds next turn. I was going to match the 3 reds up the middle. Actually, I am still going to do that, yeah. Nice cascade with the blues up the middle. That's going to give me Asmia again. Although Cademon is about to go off to Dispel, so I'm going to hold off on that right now. I'm going to match the 3 greens up against Cademon vertically. Yes. I don't want that blue diamond to go off. I want to save that. The other Cademon's about to go off. Actually, we might be able to kill him. Let's use Myrtle first. And then Cademon. Alright, perfect. Now we can use Asmia. And then I am gonna hit this blue diamond. I think we might be able to kill Giuliani with that 1 blue tile. It's gonna be close. Although, actually, I don't have enough blue tiles to get Asmia special back. So let's match these 3 greens here first. Now we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna be 1 short. Asmia's not going off yet. Let's match the 3 blues on the very left. Alright, we got my 1 extra blue tile that I needed for Asmia. So let's hit this blue diamond now. Heal with Asmia, use these 3 green tiles, and we got a nice cascade of reds, and we should definitely be able to kill Hero now. Awesome. We are 3 for 3 now on day 3. 2 battles left. Next up, we're going to be going up against a Skittle Skull tank team, and they've got all glass costume with Boltusk, Gormek, Skittle Skull, Grim, and Cademon, so I'm definitely going to be taking out Asmia. Let's put back in Toon Melindor. And do I want to keep in Myrtle, or do I want another red? I think I'm going to keep in Myrtle. Actually, let's take out Myrtle and put in another red, I think. Probably Colon. I don't think I have the tune limit broken on either one of these, do I? No, I don't. I used the costume version with the elemental defense down for events and for tournaments. But I could put in tune Tiberius, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Alright, let's go into battle with this. Looking for cascading options, not seeing anything obvious to start. I am going to start off with the 3 reds up against Cademon on the very right. Now, let's match the 3 reds up against Skittle Skull. And the blues and greens over here on the left. I'm going to match this yellow diamond. That's going to do a couple things. One, it's going to make it so I can tile dump with those yellows, but it's also going to match the blues right underneath it. And now I have to match some reds up against Skittle Skull. Let's match the blues first on the right, though, setting off that little cascade to get rid of some other tiles. And Skittle Skull is dead before you can even go off. That is awesome. Now, let's ghost these purples up the middle. And I'm going to hit this yellow diamond since Gormek and Caedmon are about to go off right now anyway. Everybody stay alive. Thank you. All right. Grim's about to go off now. So I'm going to need to heal. Need to match some greens. Let's match the 3 greens on the top right here with the blues also. All right, everybody's still alive. Awesome. All right, let's heal with Melindor. And now Baltus is about to heal. I think I'm going to save Caedmon's special because I'm not going to be able to kill anybody. If it were the tuned version of Caedmon that did extra damage against blue, then I could probably kill Grim. But I didn't want to have Grim just get healed up anyway. So let's now attack Grim with Tiberius first. And then Caedmon. And then I am going to kill him with these 3 blues that is going to get followed up with the greens. Awesome. Now let's ghost these 3 green tiles so that I can get my green specials back. Let's use Bolt Tusk first and then Melindor so we can get our buffs. And then I'm going to use Gormek on Caedmon. He does extra damage to green, so he might be able to kill him. Not quite. Do I want to waste Caedmon's special on this other Caedmon that has only 139 health? I think I'm going to have to because I don't want him going off and dispelling all my buffs. Alright. Now let's ghost these 3 purple tiles. Let's ghost these 3 yellow tiles. Not a lot of great options. Let's match these 3 purples up top. Alright, so we've got Tiberius back. Let's use that on Gormek. Gonna match these 3 red tiles up top. And let's ghost these other 3 red tiles. That'll give me Bolt Tusk and Gormek back. And then I can use the 3 reds up against Gormek. He's almost dead. Very nice. Now, let's ghost these 3 purples here in the middle. Alright, time to ghost some more tiles. And that's going to give me Tiberius, and I should be able to kill Gormek before he goes off. Actually, we killed him with tile damage, even better. Alright, I'm going to wait a turn to attack Boltusk. Actually, you know what? I am going to attack him with my specials, and then the 4 purples, I think, which should kill Boltusk, or he's going to revive. He did not revive. Awesome. We are 4 for 4 today. Next up, we are going to be going up against a Glass Colon Tank team. They've also got Toon Kirill. They've got Boltusk. That's the version that gives 2 buffs with the heal over time and the attack up. They've got Khalil, the Druid version, and then they've also got Caedmon. So I am probably going to keep the same team, honestly. Although, actually, no, I'm going to bring in some blues here. Specifically with Toon Grim, since he does extra damage to red. And then I think I'm going to bring in Asmia. They've only got the 1 glass costume. So she'll be good. Let's bring in Toon Grim. And then I do need to get in Cademon in here since we are featuring him today. So let's bring in Glass Cademon again, and then I'm gonna put in Gormek back. All right, let's go into battle with this here. See if we can go 5 for 5 today. First up, I'm going to match these 4 blues in the middle. I did quite a bit of damage to Colin. Very nice. Let's match these reds and greens together. Hopefully I get a blue in the middle. I did get one. Awesome. So this is definitely going to kill Colin. Let's match these reds and blues over here on the bottom right. Khalil is dead as well. This match is going very smooth. We might be able to kill Bolttusk. Almost. Let's ghost these 3 green tiles. That'll give me Cademon. Nice cascade with the reds, which also gives me my red specials. And we should be able to kill Bolttusk with Gormek. Not quite. I'm going to use Cademon on Kirill. That's these 4 yellow tiles. And then I think those greens should be able to kill Bolttusk this turn. Not quite. But the blue cascade did. I will take it. Alright, now let's hold on to Asmia since I've already got the counterattack. Let's kill Kirill with Cademon and then attack their Cademon with Grim. And match these purple so I can match some reds next turn. Nice cascade. I don't know why I didn't use Asmia before that, but that's okay. Let's ghost these 3 red tiles, which will give me my red specials back. And ghost these greens and Cademon. Our featured hero should be able to end the day, I think. And he is. Awesome. We went 5-0 today. Currently in the top 1%. Our ranking is at 879, so very good there. Again, defense is down to a C rating. Gonna need our offense to carry us to a top 1% performance. Cademon definitely did very well. You can see he's a very hard-hitting sniper, and when the other team does have buffs, because he's able to dispel and bypass the buffs with his glass costume with the special, definitely very useful with all the glass costumes out there. Let me know how your buff booster raid tournament is going, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.